Hello everyone, welcome back to Submerged Below, a project I'm working on. I first want to thank everyone for all the amazing feedback and continued support. It is so amazing to me to share my project with you. This week I started working on the enemy. I wasn't happy with the enemy I had previously, so I started testing and drawing all different styles. The reason for this is flipping. When I flip an enemy sprite, you can see it breaks immersion just a little, but the larger the sprite, the more noticeable it is. You can see a big example of this in a game called We Need to Go Deeper. It is a great game, but I don't really like flipping sprites like this, and I have a lot of ideas in order to fix this. For instance, if it is a boss enemy, I can have him flip off camera, therefore the player won't see him flip and it will keep the immersion. Now for smaller enemies, I'm just going to start simple and let the art do most of the work. The first idea that I had was a worm-like joint system on the enemy. An example of this is in a game called Terraria. You can see how each body part will follow and rotate with the one in front of it. I have created this using joints, but I did also make a script and tried several different things and couldn't get it working the way I liked. So I put it on hold for now as it was taking up most of my time. So I had to think simpler, and that night I drew a new enemy design. Here is a sketch of that. I have separated the pieces of this into a couple of different parts. This way I can give it some really immersive animation to add to the game feel. Here is the first test of my enemy after reworking the previous enemy script. This was a great start and gave me a great boost of motivation. So I added some more enemies, and as you can see they started to swarm me and circle me. I think this is a really cool effect, so I am going to stick with it for now, as I need to work on combat to test how it feels and if it works. The next thing that I worked on was water. As you've seen in the previous devlog, I gave a sample of this. I have moved lots of sprites around and also started working on light rays coming from the opening in the cave roof. The idea I had for this comes from the lore and story I have been working on behind the scenes. I will also show you some quick sketches I threw together in less than 10 minutes. The story starts off as your home world, Earth, is falling apart. You are sent out to repopulate and discover a new planet that has similar readings to Earth. Once landed on the new planet, you start to hear a loud crackling noise, and suddenly you realize the land is hollow and you have broken down into the caverns below. An ancient ocean filled with undiscovered life and locations. I feel like this story can make for a great cinematic at the beginning of the game. This week I have also created a Patreon page, so if you really enjoy my content, you can support me on my Patreon. The link will be in the description. Next week I'll be working on the combat for the vehicle and how different weapon types or skills will work in my game. That is all for this week's devlog. I hope to see you all next week, so subscribe and leave a like. If you have any feedback, leave a comment. Also feel free to join my Discord, the link is below. Thank you so much, have an awesome week, see you next time.